Hey, and welcome back. Yeah, got a little bit extra free time lately. Go figure. So, I thought I would make some more progress on this and share it with all y'all out there in TV land. So, what I'm going to do today is I need to still remove some of this trim. This is the window trim on the other side that I took off. Prior to that, though, I need to remove this long piece of trim and possibly this little rain gutter trim. And I'm thinking maybe I should start tackling these sail panels too, because at some point they're going to need to come off so that I can address everything under there too. The car gets really ugly when I remove those. I've seen them removed and the car just looks really stupid. But that's okay, because it's all in the name of progress. First up, though, is to remove this deck lid. So let's hit it. Seven millimeter. Remember that, Christopher. 7mm. And I have to confess, this is a little bit of a self-serving thing. Is I need to remember how all this goes back together. And don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. It broke. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think that's kind of how a lot of this is going to go. Termed. All right. 2 broken bolts. Three broken bolts. And at the very front we have a little Phillips head. Oh well, that's all right. I can remake those, not a big deal. I am, however, going to put this little Phillips head guy back in place, just so he doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Got little rivets holding the base of this on. It's cracked right here. It's not a big deal. All right. Now we have these sail panels to remove. We got rivets holding down these bottom areas. And yeah, one thing that, let's walk in and show you this. I'm debating whether to deal with it or not. Is this line right here, line of the sail panel meeting up with the top. It's a little cocky cattywampus versus the other side, which, it's not exactly perfect, but it seems like it's better. So, looking at how some of these things were welded in here with these panels, like right there in the center of the frame, and it seemed like it didn't exactly match from side to side. So I think there was perhaps a little bit of indifferent assembly going on back in the 1970s in Italy, what town this thing was built in. So, you know, that's a little bit annoying, but it's not a killer. But maybe I can, at some point, correct that. And figure that out. All right. So, I haven't taken one of these sail panels off yet, so this might be kind of an exercise in futility, but there is one bolt there. All right. And another bolt holding that guy on there. So yeah, these plastic pieces need to come out also. So maybe I will concentrate on popping those out first. Oh, okay, well that popped out. You just don't know how some of this old plastic from the 70s is going to come out and move. So, okay, well, that came out. And this guy, what? Was going down there. There was nothing really holding this guy in place. These washers and everything, there was probably some screw rolling around that went to. All right. Okay, so this is the locking mechanism. That's what that screw was for. The other screw is the other part of it that attaches to the sail panel. Alright, those. Alright, so the sail panel is getting looser. Small bit of plastic trim I pulled off. That goes there. Okay, good. All right, that came off. Along with a washer. There's some little screw retainer thing right there. Oh, all right. And that's that. Think I could find this piece of glass easy? Jeez. Man. All down over there. There's a little weird screw clamp. I think that was maybe securing the glass or something. Alright, so this piece here, I think, seems like it wants to stay put because it's riveted on this side and spot welded on the other. So for the time being, we're going to let that stay in place. And, jeez. I'm going to remove this trim, which kind of held the window insulated from the metal. Well, okay, there's that, and I've been wanting to figure out how this came apart. I guess I'd better do the other side. Crap. All right. Sweet. Now I've just changed the fastback into a notchback. All right. I did get the other style sail panels for this vehicle, also from a junkyard. And I was wanting to maybe make them interchangeable, but we'll see how feasible that is. What else kind of needs to go at this point is this rubber gasket that goes around the engine lid. I don't know if I'm going to reuse that. I probably won't reuse this. But I'll probably need to hold on to it for a pattern. Ooh, he's texting me. God. All right. And ideally, I would like to be able to remove now this back window. So so that that is out of the way and not in any danger, because oh, okay. Crazy. Monterey Peninsula College. It's back home, back down in Monterey County. Crazy. Someone had some style back in the 80s when they were tooling this around in 1982. Huh, okay, so that was a nice little bit of disassembly. Yeah, let's just take a break for now, and I think I'd like to next is cut away at that interior firewall so we can expose a little bit more of the engine. I want to make it such that I can do a timing belt swap with the engine in place, and I think there's enough room to do that. I'm going to have to make a removable panel, of course, but I think it's doable. So I'll be right back. All right, so I was in here pulling off some of the butyl around that rear window, and I don't know, it was kind of weird. I noticed this on the side windows. This stuff was a lot more flexible, but if anyone can tell me what the deal is, there was, if you can see like this little black channel going down the butyl, there was this copper wire inside of it, and it's kind of like an old cloth covered copper wire, and it's just set in the butyl all around the entire perimeter. Is that like supposed to be able to remove this crap? Because that didn't work. but it's an interesting idea, I guess. I don't know. All right, so I am putting in some earplug protection because we are going to get loud cutting this panel. I was going to put these on, but I can't wear my goggles with these on. So did you catch all that awesome? So yes, we now have a lot more access for the engine, and I'm thinking maybe it's just kind of for this little centerpiece here, cut off everything back there up to that, plate it all in back, and some good heavy structural steel when I'm at that point, and build everything just at this little center area. Kind of proud, so that, but still try to keep this back area as recessed as much as possible for seating. But yeah, so hey, that's a little more progress right there. God, that's a big wide engine. Well, it really isn't. It's just this car is so small. And yeah, for the pedal box, clink, getting my light in place. This little pedal box up here is really cool, and I really like how Lancia did that. However, I think I might go with like an aftermarket, like a racing pedal box assembly that mounts on the floor here and is, hinged on the floor, kind of like a Porsche pedal box is. And I mean, it's not bad. The throttle is already a floor hinged throttle. Doing this, will separate the components to make it a little bit easier to work on them if that does need to happen. B, I think it will also allow just easier placement and mounting and adjustment, and I think I've got space for it, and that's kind of like the main thing. Yeah, and I guess I could sort of make it adjustable if I ever did sell the car to someone who was over 6 feet tall and needed the extra legroom. But yeah, I think at this point I'm not going to use that old pedal box. But it is in place so I can take measurements. And yeah, I think we might call it a day. Oh, yeah. One of my viewers from the last episode, he was asking about what am I going to do with the shifter. And so this is the MR2 shifter that I need to incorporate in the tunnel here. I need to kind of mount it so that this top is kind of flush with this. But we'll see, that might change a little bit, because if it was raised up a little bit, your hand falls to the shifter that much easier if it's a little bit higher. So, we'll see how this goes. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to the camera, so if the camera stuff is all wonky, I do apologize. And yeah, I guess one last little tidbit is when I did pull out all of this stuff in front, the entire central tunnel here was absolutely filled to the top with old acorn shells and oak leaves and pieces of styrofoam and squirrel shit. So the squirrels had a good time in it while it lasted, but that time is over. And if you're curious about what I'm going to be doing with the floor of the car, I can get replacement body panels, but they're a little bit expensive. However, I was actually thinking about getting some Porsche 911 floors, because weirdly enough, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, the Porsche 911 and this car have exactly the same wheelbase and almost an identical track. The Porsche, it has seats in back for passengers, sort of, kind of, like midget children. And nothing wrong against midget children, they're awesome, but there's just no room in the back of a Porsche 911 for really anybody else. And they achieve that by having that rear engine mounting. So the rear seats are essentially going over the top of the transmission. And I'm not going to do that because I've got a great big engine in the way, as this is mid-engined. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for joining me for this, and I'm going to try and keep on keeping on with this. I really have a lot of fun when I do this, and I hope you guys enjoy what I'm offering. Anyway, everyone be good to each other, and just take care of yourselves. The world's a little bit crazy, but we're all in this together. So let's act like it. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.